What's this, motherfuckers? Take on the time of nearing destination. Dancing for the oneself, rise of the calling of hell. And it makes us.
You're watching Superskum.com, and we're here with Ben from GOATWHORE. Thank you so much, man, for giving us a little bit of your time to bug you with a few questions.
No problem, man.
You're coming off your set, so we really appreciated the double effort.
Yeah.
We know you're tired, but Summer Slaughter Tour is back in the U.S. last 3 years. You're part of it this year around. You basically have almost an all-American lineup over there, except for Cerebral Bore, I think it's from Scotland.
Yeah.
So basically, you know, it's been an intensive tour. You've been a lot of places. You have 5 more days to go, 4 more shows, I believe.
Yeah.
How has been the experience for you guys? I mean, I know you guys have toured a lot, but this specific one, any impressions? How has been the camaraderie between the bands, all that?
Yeah, no, all the bands get along actually really good, man. I mean, you have a lot of different bands there in general. You know, like you have the differences like with like us and Exhume are kind of in that category, and it's like Cerebral Bore, and then you have a band like Periphery and Veil of Maya who's a little bit different, but all the bands have like their own like addition to like metal per se in the whole scheme of things. And you know, everybody gets along really well. We all pretty much help each other out, you know, and the tour's been running smooth. You know, we usually have to get there like 11 in the morning, depending, maybe noon. The headliners get there way earlier than that, and you know, and then it's it. You just got the whole day from start to finish to be there the entire time.
You're touring for the Blood for the Master album.
Yeah.
It was released this past February on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
very cute, very cute. It's
we
always think it can make a really good Valentine's Day present for all the ladies out there who like GOATWHORE.
Yeah.
So basically, that was a good move from the.
Well, I mean, it was just,
Planet.
it wasn't. It was
that Tuesday, right?
It just it happened to fall on that Tuesday, and that's how it worked out. You know.
How has been the fan reception to the new material? How much are you including in the set right now from this new album?
Right now, actually, we're including a lot. Okay. We're including like pretty much majority of the set except for 2 songs. Like we're playing 7 songs in 25 minutes, and 5 of the songs are from Blood for the Master.
Okay.
So we're really comfortable with the material from that. It's been getting really good feedback from fans, and not only that, it just seems like, you know, sometimes a band puts out a record and you know they put a few things out there because everybody wants to hear the hits or whatever it is. It seems really comfortable, and the people kind of fall into place with it when we play a bunch of stuff, even if they aren't really familiar with it. So that's a really good sign when, you know, people that really aren't familiar with your band, you play this material and they're all kind of like impacted by it.
And can you take us a little bit through the inspiration and the writing and recording process for this latest album? And it was in Mana Studios, I think it's called, in Florida over there.
Yeah.
So can you take us a little bit through it, the inspiration for the album, how the process, just in general terms for the fans?
It's nothing fancy, you know, we do the same thing every time.
Having fun
Sammy has like a bunch of tapes. Yeah, tapes, like cassette tapes. He records riffs.
I'm old, you know, too. I don't know if are, but I'm old at least.
I am too, trust me. I don't want to discuss age here. I'm not in a battle with you to see who the oldest
It's all good, man. It's all good. Nobody wants to win.
But he has tapes. Well, recently, with modern technology, they've been dropping riffs into like something like GarageBand or something, like with an Apple computer, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, or a Pro Tools type program, and storing them that way instead of tapes. So we've kind of stepped into the 21st century per se. But forever we had all these tapes, and they'd sit there in the room, him and Zach would sit, Zach and James would sit, and they'd go, they call it fishing for riffs. And they just play through the tapes, and they'd be like, oh, that riff sounds good, that one will go together, and then they'll sit there and put it together or whatever. And now with like doing it on the computer, they kind of put the riffs together like in the little program, and then they're like, all right, well, let's try it. And they sit down, you know, put it all together and see how it feels and how it comes out. And I mean, sometimes we'll get to the point where we'll complete a whole song and it just didn't feel right, you know, at the end of it. And we tear it apart, we piece it with other stuff, we do things like that. It's just, we're not gonna put something out that we don't enjoy playing ourselves. We're not gonna force something per se, you know? So it goes through that whole process, and then when everything else, those boos are loud. And
Sorry about that. You want me to tell?
No, that's all right. That's my crew. That's my boys. So,
So then you can shut the fuck up.
and so it goes to that, and then once the songs are actually solidified and everything, you know, they get comfortable with it. Zach gets more comfortable with it and does certain things differently to it. You know, he just kind of puts a skeleton of beats, and then he adds in, you know, his tactics from there. Good. And then after that, you know, I go through them and I put the vocals and the lyrics to it, you know, and feel it out, and then bam, you have it in place. You know, it's not really a big, crazy fucking process, but, you know, and sometimes we can do a song like, okay, on the new record, there's a song called In Deathless Tradition. And that one, we pretty much wrote that in like one day. But there's songs on the record that took like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes a song will it'll just come out of nowhere and it'll flow out. And then sometimes you're just like, busting your head against the wall, trying to sort it, trying to piece everything, and then, you know, and then there'll be a riff, like a scavenger riff that everybody hates, but for some reason, you have a song and you have a beginning and an end and nothing in the middle, and you put that scavenger riff in, and then it all comes to be complete. And it's just like, wow, the riff changed within the structure of all these
part
other
of the creative
riffs.
process.
So it's, you know, it's all about just putting things together, and it's almost like puzzle pieces in a sense.
Pretty much.
And sometimes we start songs from the end, and then we do the beginning, then we do the middle, or sometimes we start from the beginning and go to the end, you know, so it's a different process each time, but all still kind of the same element of going in, listening to the riffs and things like that. And we don't always just pull from the riffs on those tapes. We'll be in the room and Sammy's like, oh, well, I got this other riff, you know, that I came up with. And then we'll go, oh, well, let's put that one in. Let's do that, you know. So it's just this little process. And we don't rush ourselves. We don't put stress on ourselves because of past releases, you know, like, oh, well, Carving got a lot of good feedback, and these songs got a lot of good feedback. We have to write more like these songs. We don't do that. We basically start fresh each time and say, okay, that was Carving Out the Eyes of God. Now this is the new record, and we're starting from scratch, and this is what we're going to do, and this is what we like to play, and this is how it's going to feel good playing live, and that's how we're going to do it.
It's a good process, man. And it pays off, you know. You guys.
No, I mean, it's, you know, I think the thing is too that some people like struggle so hard to like, it's almost over analytical to put yourself in a position where you're looking to beat something because of you're listening to the fan base. There's nothing wrong with the fan base,
of course.
But at the same time, you don't want to go up there just playing something you're not really happy with, something you're just trying to make fit. So,
at the same time, for the new album, you just released a video for the song, the title of that track, the one Steel and Bone Meat, pretty much, and it was done by David Brodsky.
Yes.
And it's the 4th video you've done with him. So his fame is you guys, I'm on a Mars. He's done so many.
He does all
Cannibal
kinds of
Corpse,
stuff.
latest one.
Yeah.
Devin Townsend, Hell Yeah, Suffocation, so many bands. So is there like pretty much a creative partnership with David and GOATWHORE, or how does that work as far as the video ideas?
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much comes to you, like, you decide what song you're going to do. You kind of give him the song and you give him the lyrics, and he has some ideas, but then he comes to you and you throw ideas to him. But I mean, he's got a really good, like, his head for like thinking of stuff and throwing things in there is really good, you know. But I think it's the effort of both of you like working together and everything too, where you're like, all right, you know, what if we do this? And then he'll add a twist to that, you know, so it works together in unison.
Which
and
is
he's
good,
he's a really good guy to work with, man. He's not stressful in any way. He's just there to have a good time.
And they look really good.
He loves the music too. You know, it's not like he's there. He's like, all right, we're gonna shoot this video, but I can't stand what's going on here. You know, he's like, you know, generally into fucking a lot of the stuff. So
it's good to hear.
And he's got a really good attitude, and he's got a really good eye at fucking how to capture things and what to do, and he'll come up with unique ways to shoot stuff too. That's like, it's not the norm, or it's a little bit different. He'll kind of go out of the box and try to do something different to give something a different approach. And you know, he's got the knack for it. He's got the knack to make broke bands like us look like we have money.
And those videos look really good.
Yeah,
very well produced.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And he's just got the knack for it, you know. And
That's
everybody's
good.
probably like, "Oh, what'd you spend on that? That must have cost like $15,000." Nope. I don't think so.
That's good.
But he makes you look
Yeah.
really good. He makes just the band, like the way it projects and the way the song comes off. He knows how to capture that.
Speaking of that, can we expect a headline tour? Can we expect
Yeah,
guys in Denver headlining? Because we want to see you headline in Denver. You know, you last time you were in Denver, not in Colorado, but in Denver, was with Watain in 2010.
Yeah.
And you weren't headlining either. So can we expect the band here soon headlining? You have any touring plans that you can
Not this
divulge?
year, but next year, yeah, we're working on a headlining thing.
Okay.
So I think we're going to do one more tour this year, maybe two, it depends, in November, December. And I don't want to say who it's with or anything yet. Because
you can. No, we understand. Yeah.
I guess I'm not set to be able to release that information.
Contractual
yet.
obligations.
Yeah, contractual obligations.
We'll call it that.
You know,
it's always that.
So, but yeah, it'll be a really
good.
good tour. But we're main support for a band that's pretty awesome. So.
Okay, no, hey, we look forward to seeing
so
who it is.
That's in November, December, the winter touring schedule, which is always awesome to go through Wyoming. Yeah, you see, the last time we were supposed to play Colorado Springs,
it got canceled with Hate Eternal. Got canceled,
and we got caught in Wyoming because they shut down the roads.
Oh yeah, they closed I-25 all the way up there. Yeah. Yes, I hear you. As far as Goathwhore's history as a band, you know, you've had a lot of tribulations to overcome. Katrina, you had the near fatal crash that affected you personally. Haunted studios, that's what they say, you know, that you guys have experienced as well. All that, so it's been a lot to deal with, you know, as far as the band's history. How does the band, yourself, being a member of the band, of course, internalize that? Is it a positive force? It becomes motivation? Is it really hard? Makes it more difficult? How's it been for the band?
I know it's hard to say as being in a band. It's like surrounded by this evil element, but it's, you know, I think there's a lot of positive nature coming from it. It's like we're taking elements that would halt or cause delay within us, and we turn it over and utilize it in a structure to help ourselves move forward. You know, like the whole thing with the Katrina thing, we were in the middle of writing a haunting curse when it happened, and then we were all kind of scattered places, and then we all decided to get together and go to Arizona for like a month because Zach was from Arizona. And then finished writing there. So we took the situation, we're like, well, hell, let's just scoot out of here and work on it over here and forget what's going on here and focus on that. So there's different little things that, you know, we utilize the situation to kind of benefit. I mean, I guarantee you there's some sort of way it is influenced, you know, through the process, just in a subconscious kind of level. So it's, you know, it's always going to be there ingrained, but you know, it's always like this thing. It's just little hurdles in a sense. You just say, what can we do to keep things going, and what can we do to kind of overcome the situation that happened? You know, anything bad stuff happens. You know, you can't control.
Well, but it's good that it's internalized positively. You know,
yeah. Like the accident. You know, I just needed time to get myself situated. Exactly. But I knew after that I wanted to get back out and do this. You know, some people were like, "You sure you want to get back in a van again?" You said, "Yeah, whatever." Let's just go do it, you know?
It's very motivational there.
So you just gotta,
it's good.
You gotta kind of go. I mean, you got 50-50, you know? You can either be like, I'm the victim, woe is me, blah, 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 emo core. Or you can be, fuck this shit, we're a metal band, let's get the shit rolling and fucking do it, you know?
So you win metal.
Yeah. So you just forge forward, you know? And you do what you have to do.
Hey man, seriously, everybody here at Superskum, we wish you the best. Yourself, Goathwhore, the band, the rest of the tour, the upcoming tour. We really wish you the best. Thank you for this time, and we always like to leave you looking into the camera, saying anything you want to say to the fans. We'll give you that time so you can address them.
Steal the records.
Ben, thank
you
so
all
much,
the records.
man.
Every day, the size of her